Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's MJ Vallejo, co-host of the Straight Gassin podcast. Let's go ahead and do some intros.
My name is AJ. Welcome, everyone, to Straight Gassin podcast. This is episode number 2. And our special guest, do you want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? My name is Khanh. Everybody has been calling me the passionate, seductive on beat boy. If you see me out in the wild, please don't call me that.
Oh, man. You know, when I first saw your name, the first thing I thought about was Valentino Khan. Are you a fan?
I actually don't really listen to Valentino Khan much. I listen to a whole bunch of other like EDM DJs, but I feel like his music isn't really like the type of style that I really listen to.
What kind of style do you like?
But like, I feel kind of simple to say it, but like the feelsy trap, you know, like Elenium, Griffin and stuff like that. And then R.L. Grimes, probably one of my favorite DJs of like.
So kind of like the cutesy heart and like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I used to date a Korean girl. She would always be like,
hey, that's a great segue. Should we just get right into it?
Shit.
Dude, you know what? I think for a lot of people who are tuning into our show for the first time, AJ, we kind of got to let them know why we have Khan here in the first place.
Yeah, so MJ and I actually don't know Khan at all other than his presence on social media. So do you want to, let the people know about your story from the jump?
Yeah, so pretty much what happened was I have terrible luck with women, and I decided to give Tinder a try after me and my ex broke up. And then it's just been kind of a shit show. Like Tinder is definitely not for me. So if you've seen me, you probably saw the post of me telling you guys about this crazy ass girl who was trying to finesse me and all this other stuff. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this. And then she kept blowing my phone up. And originally, that was supposed to go to my 200 followers or something like that, the people I actually know in real life. And then for some reason, it just kind of like blew way the fuck up. And now everybody knows what it is. People recognized me yesterday. And
Whoa.
It's a fucking huge ass meme. If you go on Subtle Asian Raver, Subtle Asian Traits, all over Twitter, it got really out of hand.
So I guess from like a data and analytics perspective, before we get into like all the really interesting stuff, like how many followers do you have now? How many like mentions or retweets does that have and things like that?
So I actually took a look at the little view Twitter activity or tweet activity thing. So it said that almost 5 million people saw the tweet. A little over 2 million like interacted with the tweet. And then I, for some reason, jumped from like 210 followers to like 1,500 plus now. Or some shit. So I think all of the people that are following me are trying to see if there's more to the story or like that's why they followed me. But at this point right now, like everything's done. So I'm kind of just chilling off of Twitter for a week and letting everything blow over.
I got to ask you from the jump. I think MJ agrees too. He probably wants to ask this like, has anyone slid into your DMs yet?
Yeah, people actually haven't. I thought it was kind of crazy. And there was this girl that put on her Snapchat story, because I followed her back, and she put on her she screenshotted it and put it on her Snapchat story and was like, oh shit, he recognized me. And then I was like, she's saying that like I'm actually somebody or something. I don't know who she thinks I am. I don't know who she thinks I think I am. Like, I have no idea like any of that type of stuff was gonna happen. So it's been a wild week. But I feel like a lot of people on Twitter and Facebook are tired of hearing about it now, so y'all gonna be the last ones I talk to about it. So
no, we really appreciate you having taking the time to talk about this crazy subject.
Oh yeah, I think because I initially saw that post. When did you put? Was it on Tuesday?
No, the initial post was a week ago on Friday night. Yeah, it was on Friday night while I was chilling with some friends. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I saw the original post, which was on Tuesday of this week, and everybody was kind of like sending it to me because like just like me, my friends and family, we just have like this whole inside joke when it comes to the to that term ABG, and so like we just have like this like ongoing joke and things like that. And they're like, oh, haha, look what this guy said, like, and look what happened with this dude. For anybody who doesn't know what an ABG is, could you kind of like shed some light on what that means?
Yeah. So ABG is acronym for Asian Baby Girl. Originally, I thought it was Asian Barbie Girl because if you looked at all the Asians or the ABGs that were in ABG, they had the blonde hair, the long lashes, the drawn on or tattooed on eyebrows, probably had fake titties. You know, if I'm being real, like,
Yeah.
And then now, like, as far as ABG goes, like, you know, before it used to be the girls who were like kind of hood rat a little bit, like not to the sense where it's like a disrespectful thing, but more like, you know, oh, if you see like a Vietnamese gangster in San Jose or something, his girlfriend probably had that look, you know, and so that's what ABG was. But now it's just a look because all these people out here that say they're ABGs probably aren't down for the funk. So
They
it's like,
evolve, bro. They're like
Yeah.
Pokemon.
It's just-
like
it's just-
elevated ABG.
Yeah.
it's just a look now. So one of my friends was like, we should make a hashtag make ABGs hood rat again.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, man, you might get impeached from the Asian community.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, we can't get into that.
Yeah, it's an impeach week this week, so I don't know. We got to be careful with what we're saying.
I know. You got to chill out on that.
Oh man, so I want to start from the very beginning, and because from what I understand, this whole interaction really just started on Tinder, right? Is that correct? And I personally don't have any experience on Tinder, so take us back to the point where I think it's called swiping right on someone. Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
So
Okay.
pretty much, you know, you're on Tinder, you see someone's profile picture, and then if you like the way they look, it sounds really shallow because it kind of is. But if you like the way they look, you swipe right. If you don't like the way they look, you swipe left. So if you swipe right on someone that swiped right on you, then, you know, you get a notification, oh, it's a match. And so we matched with each other. And then what happened was, you know, she was cool. Like honestly, I can't front. Like the first 20 hours or so of actually talking to her was actually like really cool, you know, like she was funny and all this other shit. But then she started asking me for shit. And
Damn, like that?
But like, yeah, so she wanted me to take her to, she gonna tell you different, of course. But she wanted me to take her to an Millennium show. And then I already had an extra ticket. So I was like, you know what, the ticket was only like $40, $50, whatever, fuck it, right? But I decided that, up until I decided that I was gonna take her, you know, because I'm on the fence still. I'm just like, I don't know who the fuck this girl is. Like, why would I take her when I can just give the ticket to one of my homies, you know?
Yeah.
And so up until then, I was just like, I was on the fence the whole time. She gonna say I'm playing hard to get and stuff like that. I was like, I'm on the fence because one, girl, I don't fucking know you. Like, literally the first word I spoke to you was 12 hours ago. And so even to this day, I still haven't even met her. So it's like, I literally do not know this girl.
Whoa, so even up to this point.
I've never had a face-to-face interaction with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she just
still-
started asking for stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, so after a while, there was this one point at like 5 o'clock on Friday where I put my phone down to play Smash with my boss, you know, Super Smash Bros. And then in the like 45 minutes that I was playing Smash with him, she sent me like 35 messages or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, fine, you can just take somebody else then, blah, blah, blah. And then another text would be like, sorry, I'm stressing over finals, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm calmed down now. And I just read the whole thing and I was just like, what the fuck is this?
So you were playing Smash, but she was acting like she was trying to smash.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what was going on with that because she was like, oh, I'll spend the night with you too. And I was just like,
Oh, damn. Like,
okay, I never asked her to.
yeah.
And so she was like, don't you? And then after that, so I was like, okay, this girl sounds like she's about to cry. So I'm just going to give her the fucking ticket, right? And then after I decide that I'm going to give her the ticket, she's like, I don't think maybe like an hour later or something, she's like, oh, hey, an Millennium sweater would make me cry. And I was like, I'll tell you right now, I am not buying you no fucking merchandise, girl. I texted that to her straight up. I was like, I am not going to buy you no merchandise. And then she just kept going on and on and on about how, you know, she's hot shit and she's the passionate, seductive dancer who dances slow but on beat.
I think that's I really think that's where what really made it blow up because that's what I saw, right? That's the screenshots that I saw.
That's the meme,
on your Twitter, and I think it was like I almost couldn't believe it. It was almost hard to believe because I've never thought that anybody could say that. I'll be forward. Like when I'm talking to people, I'll gas myself up, you know, from time to time.
For sure.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. But I won't be like I wouldn't be saying anything like that. So it was like. What was your reaction? Because I know at the time you said you were playing Super Smash Brothers with your boss, so I'm kind of already assuming you have a pretty good relationship in your work environment with the people out there. So were you kind of talking to them about that and like telling them what happened and like how you felt about it?
Oh, no. So it was at the end of the workday. So, you know, everyone was gone already. So it was basically just me and him. But at the time, when I looked at my phone, I was like, what the fuck, 30 something messages, and he heard me say that. I said it out loud. I was like, what the fuck? And he heard me say that, and he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, some girl I met on Tinder yesterday sent me 30 messages in the time we played Smash, and he was like, what the fuck? Like, this shit was weird. And then, yeah, so she kept gassing herself up, and I was like, oh, I'm the best dancer. I'm trying to put you on, and all this other stuff, right? And I was like, I didn't say this to her, but like, personally, I've been to a lot of clubs, I've been to a lot of bars, I've been to Vegas, you know, like all the shit. And I'm pretty sure in the back of my head, I'm like, I know that nothing she does is going to blow my mind, right? But for some reason, she thinks she's the hottest shit in the world. So I was like, okay, that's kind of part of the reason why I decided to like, you know, okay, sure, I'll give her the ticket just so I can see if she is actually, you know, worth the hype that she's giving to herself. And so, yeah, and so after that, after I decided to give her a ticket and she started asking me for merch, I was just like, I got tired of it. After she kept gassing herself up, she was like, oh yeah, after I dance on this, and then I'm gonna earn the jersey or some stuff like that. It's like, don't you think I'm deserved the jersey? And then she was like, oh, my birthday is coming up, so don't you think I deserve a birthday jersey? I was like, bitch, you get a birthday ticket. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she started asking me for other stuff, and then I was like, I'm not gonna say what it was, but I was cool with giving that other stuff too. And then I was like, you get that out of courtesy, and you ain't getting no fucking merchandise out of me, girl. Like, I don't even buy myself merchandise. Like, I don't know who do you think you are.
And just to clarify, I guess, like, you have never met her.
I still have not met her.
With all this interaction, yeah, you've never met her.
Yeah.
Right?
This literally, all of this happened in 24 hours. So like everything being cool, and then her just blowing the fuck up. And then I posted it Friday night, and then it's just been like a shit show since.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang, and it almost seems it's really, it seems like it's almost hard to know what's really going on, and I think that's why I wanted you on here, and I wanted to meet you, Khanh. So I mean, and I don't, so far from what you're telling me, I don't think you did anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with giving somebody like a free ticket, because look, at the end of the day, like if you go on a date with someone, you're gonna pay like what,
anyway, yeah.
like $80, $100 on dinner. That's
Yeah.
like, so that's essentially like
exactly.
a date. Yeah, but I think I do have to disagree if somebody sees that you're willing to give something like that, you're to try to take advantage and try to push your limits to see what you're willing to give, right? I mean, what do you think, AJ? I mean, I know, I don't know, do you have any experience with like Tinder and whatnot?
So I just wanted to thank Khanh again, for taking the time to really discuss this whole story, because I intentionally didn't read a lot of the tweets and your story as a whole, just because I wanted to hear it from the man, the legend himself, in the flesh. And this is crazy that how social media can connect all of us, but as far as that goes, I think it's more of a give and take, because say you were to go to dinner with that girl, like, is she just going to let you pay for it and not expect a mutual pay or things like that? There's a lot of like social dynamic, I feel like. But I have some experience with the online dating scene, but I deleted the app just because, long story short, we were at a nightclub and I was really faded, and I was dancing with one of my good friends from college, and he was dancing with his girlfriend, like yiking on him. And then I was there with someone I met on Tinder. And then I was faded, she was sober, her cousin was there too. And then I was like, oh, do you want to dance? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. But she was like, do you want to dance with my cousin? I was like, hey, all right. No, but I was like, oh, no, why do you want me to dance with your cousin? She's like, oh, I don't like dancing, but you could dance with my cousin. I was like, oh, no, it's okay. I don't want to dance with my cousin. Like, I want to dance with you. She's like, okay.
Was the cousin busted?
No, I mean, no disrespect, but I don't want to be like a self-righteous dude. I was just like, it's like, I wanted to dance with you, but she didn't like dancing. And then what if I was just like, oh, hell yeah, dog, I'll dance with your cousin, and she's just standing there.
It's like, yo, thank you for offering this alternative solution to our disagreement of dancing.
But she's super cool, man. Shout out to her. We're still cool. Shout out. She has a clothing brand. She makes dope T-shirts. But that was just a really funny situation, and I deleted that app because I wanted to be more organic, and she's super cool. I wish I could talk to her more, but that was just a funny interaction. I wouldn't say it's weird or anything. It was just like uncommon.
Definitely interesting.
Yeah, but weren't you at like the hottest nightclub at the time?
I mean, we were at a very, very hot nightclub, and then what's funny was MJ was actually in LA during the same time I was there at this nightclub, and we had a bunch of our friends from the Bay Area at that nightclub, and my friend, the one who asked me to dance with her cousin, is driving. And once she gets into the club, a guy approaches her and is like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Where are you from?" She's like, "Oh, LA." And then I guess she thinks that that's one of my friends. And she's like, "Oh, are you from SF? Are you AJ's friend?" And the guy's like, "What? No." And then it just got hella awkward after that. And then I saw hella people from like elementary that I knew. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of my experience with that, man. So I definitely feel it on your side, you know, but I never had to buy anything they never asked and things like that. But it was super cool. Like, I feel like that's how you kind of find the real ones, you know.
Yeah.
But it's hard if your intent is to find a real one on an app where you don't even meet up with them. And
I don't think I ever really had the intention of trying to find a real one on Tinder.
Yeah,
It's kind of just like, hey, I'm kind of bored and I'm single, so hey.
Yeah,
I feel it.
I feel like there is a rare percentage of Tinder users though that do find love. I'm not speaking for myself though, but I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
I could imagine. I mean, there are other alternatives out there. I recently learned about this one site called Coffee Meets Bagel. Have you heard of that?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Something like Coffee Meets Bagel, or then there's also that new one that's pretty recent called I think East Meets East. Is it?
I've heard about it's like Asian meets Asian, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like they have a lot of them, like
Yeah.
J-Date, right, for Jewish. And
A lot of people DM me and was like, hey, have you thought about like Hinge or Bumble or whatever? And then some people were joking and it was like, dude, you should just go to blackpeoplemeet.com. And I was like, wow. I don't think I'm qualified to make a profile there.
get a perm right quick. Like those.
I
those
had a perm before, yeah.
you gotta retro it, bring it back. Like those videos of those Japanese guys who are like twisting their hair so they
Yeah.
get like a coarse hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, have
so
you
they can
seen
get
those?
waves.
That's
Yeah,
wild,
have you
dude.
seen that? They have the little
Yeah.
brush thing and they're like going into like the little circles and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Appropriating.
Yeah. I think that's so weird in my opinion. Would you guys ever get like something like that? I mean, I've seen the
No.
perm because the perm was like I seen that in a lot of like back in the 70s and 80s, like a lot of Japanese and Koreans
Yeah,
down
even
in like
still now. Like, a
yeah,
lot of
even
Korean people
today.
have perms.
Yeah, it's pretty steez. I know. I think so.
But that's an extreme, though. I think that twisting the hair and making it look super coarse when your
Yeah.
hair is either wavy or straight is
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie though, like I grew up on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so I used to always want a flat top fade, you know? So I just go up like this and just have it flattened on top, but Asian hair doesn't really do that, so I had to give up on that dream.
Hey, it's still a dream you could do.
It's still a dream. I know some people, like some Asian people that have like straight up afros, and even though they're like 100% Asian, but that's just not what my straight flat hair does, so I just gave up on it.
So I guess going back to the topic of Tinder, what are some tips that you have for new Tinder users or someone that's trying to find, I guess, even if they're a single, just bored dude or, you know, woman looking around to meet someone on an app?
Uninstall.
Uninstall, just meet them in person?
Nah, so the thing is, like, you need to be really careful because in the maybe like month or two that I did use Tinder, there's a lot of fucking fake profiles out there.
That's true.
Like,
Yep.
you know, they'll put some picture of some hot girl in the profile. And like, you can really obviously tell if it's a fake profile, you know? Like, they'll have like, oh, I don't check this app much. Here, message me on Snapchat at Michelle12345 or some shit like that, you know? Like, some really obvious shit, you know? Or like, oh, hey, they try to put their phone number in the thing. Like, DM me on Instagram. I'm trying to have some fun, wink, wink. Like, that's so obviously, it's super obvious that they have the fake profile. So you always got to watch out for that. Yeah, just be really careful because you don't know who the fuck.
I think it's
Unless you meet
difficult
them.
because you can't gauge the body language and you can't gauge the intent because
Yeah.
it's online, you know?
Yeah.
And you can't. That's even hard in person. You know, you can't really
Yeah.
tell someone's intent in person that well. So imagine online when you have no context clues at all, really.
And
You could
don't-
read.
And you don't know how they text or anything
Yep,
like that.
and I was
too.
about to
it's
say, you don't know
there's
how
a lot
text
of
is perceived.
misinterpretation. You know, like miscommunication happens all the time through text, even to the people you've known for like 10 years.
Easy.
It's still easy to just like think somebody said something fucked up when they were just joking and vice versa. So.
Yeah, it's like you could say okay with like an exclamation point,
Yeah.
a period or no period, and people could take
And
it.
they all mean different things.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of my people like in my close circle or even like my family members, even my coworkers too, they told me like, MJ, you text like a total asshole. Like they think like my tone of speech through text is like so, I guess, rude or maybe just very forward. Because a lot of people, you know, when you're being like kind of playful and I guess not like super like serious, a lot of people like to put, hey, how you doing? Do you want to go get some food today? LOL or LMAO, right? Because you put LOL or LMAO after if you're trying to like I guess
Kind of make it not as intense.
Lighten the mood a
lighten the
little.
mood, like, cut the
exactly,
tension. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But I don't do that. I never put lol or LMAO. I'd be like, hey, do you want to get dinner later? Cool. Does this time work for you? Awesome. Yeah, I'll see you there.
Strictly business.
Drive safe.
Straight to the chase. No filler, no bullshit.
Yeah, I know exactly.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And it's hella funny. I saw a tweet earlier or a couple of days ago where I was like, she said, if you send me LOL all lowercase, I'm gonna get offended.
Oh.
Wait, so do you follow this individual still? This woman?
Nah, I've blocked her on everything.
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on.
That might be a good move.
So
yeah.
is she trying to, be known from this since it blew up and
I
all
hope
that
not.
too? Or
This is not a good thing to be known for, so I hope not.
yeah.
And like honestly, dude, like when it all first blew up and stuff, all the memes and all the comments and all that stuff were coming in. When I did my best to hide her identity, and then she for some reason outed herself. But yeah, so when I was, when there was all that was when at the start of it, it was all pretty funny. But then now that people know who it is, I've gotten a lot of people that DM me and text me because like people I know know her too apparently.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of people DM me and text me saying like, oh yeah, she also did this, she also did that. One guy was telling me his story, and I honestly felt really bad for the dude. So like when it first started, it was all like fun and games and stuff like that. But then as more and more people told me their stories about her, it kind of made me feel bad because I'm just like, something must have happened to her to make her be acting like this,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that shit it's like shit like that's not cool.
'Cause
Because then we all go through shit. There's been a lot, but I also know a lot of people who have been through shit, who have been through some crazy ass shit and don't act like that. So she either, well, one is maybe she just chooses to act like that. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know this girl, but there's also the chance that something super fucking traumatic happened to her.
sure.
So thinking about that kind of makes me sad about it too.
And
so.
social media, like you said, is so fast and ruthless, and
Yeah,
it's
dude.
it's kind of difficult to show support, but at the same time, it's like you feel empathetic or sympathetic
Yeah.
for that individual too, because it's like she's been asking for this and is outed, but that's kind of shameful in a sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's fun and games, but there's someone being affected,
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I'm kind of sensitive to the whole social media thing too, man. Especially like you and me, AJ. We do a lot of marketing and branding kind of work and stuff like that. So for example, I was so hurt last week because every podcast episode I've ever released, it gets an all right amount of views, whatever. And I put of course I put a lot of heart into a lot of the videos that I try to produce, but the most viewed video on my YouTube is me unboxing a freaking keyboard.
the mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, the mechanical keyboard. I'm like, you guys, there's a lot of other funner videos on my channel. Why is everybody
It's the ASMR, dude?
Dude, yeah, I was like, dude, who cares about this keyboard, man? I know.
Hear that, Boba?
Exactly. So what was phase 2? I'm assuming you ended up going to the Millennium show.
Oh yeah, so I ended up going to the Millennium show. Me and my friends had this genius idea of having. So one of our homies had a floor ticket, because Millennium show at the Chase Center they had sectioned off to different levels. So me and my homies, we bought a whole row, so we could all sit next to each other and all that stuff. But nobody even gave a shit about the assigned seats anyway. I already knew that was gonna happen, and so but me and my other group of friends had the idea of copying our QR, of our actual ticket, and then just pasting it onto a template of a floor ticket, so that we can show them the floor ticket, and it'll have a working QR.
Damn.
And it actually worked. So that shit was actually pretty funny. So I went in a separate group with those guys, and then eventually, so they all got in first, and they were like, "Yeah, Khanh, hurry up and come here!" It worked. And so when I first tried it, they weren't having it. They was like, so they told me to scan my ticket and then go over to the general admission door, because I guess there was a specific door they were supposed to go through. And then they were like, I went up to them and it was like, "Hey, my ticket, you guys didn't give me my wristband." And then the lady that was there was like, "Wait, which door did you come in?" And I was like, "Oh, that one." And then I guess I'm only supposed to go through one door. And so she she was like, oh, their scanner shouldn't have been able to scan your ticket if you had a floor ticket. And I was just like, oh shit. And then she was like, and so she was like, hey, which one of them scanned your ticket? And I was like, that one over there, right? Just pointing in the general direction. And then she was like, okay, come over here with me. And I just booked it.
Damn.
Like, ran up the stairs. And then I tried again later at like near the end of the night. And then I get when they're like a lot more nonchalant about it, and they just get me the wristband, and I was like, for sure.
They're about to chase you
Yeah, no, she wasn't gonna chase me.
out
She
the
didn't.
center.
She didn't.
No, I'm just playing.
I feel like that's why they start. They don't do any EDM events at San Jose State anymore. Because when I used to go to those back in the
yeah,
day,
dude.
everybody they called it bum
rushing,
Bum
dude.
rushing, yeah. So, dude, like everybody would like freaking like Red Rover.
Yeah, they just straight up fucking 30 people,
Is there
right?
a
And there's like,
steal
all right,
the
y'all
bacon
ready?
game?
No, they just rushed through the door, and so it would like fuck up the line for everything else because all the other doors would have to close until they got it under control. And yeah, no, that shit was crazy. One of my friends got tackled by a security guard.
Damn, dude, yeah, see, that's scary, man. Like, I remember that because when people were bum rushing like for San Jose State events like that, like, bro, like I've seen like even like little Asian girls, they went Frank Gore through those.
Dude, Frank Gore on them? Okay, I see
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Fucking Marshawn Lynch beast mode, dude.
Oh, my dude.
They do not play about
Screw
EDM
Madden.
music.
This one for San Jose.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Did you end up? I mean, so during the event of Millennium, was it the Chase Center one?
Yeah, it was on the
okay.
Chase Center. Yeah, I didn't go to the throwback one.
Oh, okay. I mean, I gotta ask though. Did you stay with your friends, or did you end up finding
Finding another ABG.
On the prowl? Or
No, I wasn't on the prowl. After everything was blowing up, I was just kind of chilling with my friends and just like laughing at everything.
So you weren't chasing at the Chase Center?
No, I was
on.
not.
Hey, I'm trying to.
I was not on the
milk it.
hunt. No, it was a chill night, and I was just kicking it with my homies from Oakland most of the night because
Right on, yeah.
I don't get to see them that much, and so they're the people I went with. Yeah.
So have people been noticing you, for example, like at the Chase Center or anywhere else, like
So not-
super randomly, but
Not at the Chase Center. I put what section I was gonna be in, but nobody. Well, I guess I didn't really pay attention to like if anyone's trying to actually find me or not. But yesterday was the first time I went out since this whole thing like blew up, and I put on my Snapchat, if you guys see me, don't say the words passionate or seductive. And I already knew that wasn't gonna work.
yeah.
It did not work. I kept count of how many people came up to me and said some shit like that, and it was fucking 43 people came up to me. Most of them were my friends already, like that I already knew, and I knew they were gonna give me shit for it anyway, so I wasn't like salty or nothing. But I was like, stop. I would like when I first see somebody, right? They would just look at me like, and I was like, no, don't fucking say it, dude. No, don't say it. I won't slap you. You better buy me a shot if you say that shit.
I had two questions. Were they all Asian, and where were you?
They were all Asian, and like 95% were Asian. And then I went to Arena in SF.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Because it was some people's birthday, and one of my kids DJs there too. So one of my pledge kids DJs there.
Got you. Dope.
And then, but Arena kind of had it like sectioned off really weird. So like, we had two guys celebrating their birthday, but they had two different sections. So they were being super anal about the segregation of the sections, even though we all had tables, right?
Yeah.
We all had tables, but then one of the guys who was celebrating had, the table behind the DJ booth. And then the other guy, basically had like the tables that were right next to it,
Oh, on the
and
sides
so
and
they were
everything.
like, so to get behind the DJ booth where a lot of the people were, like you had to have a gold wristband. And, the people on the side didn't get the gold wristbands, they got the yellow wristbands. And so when we would try to go over, like when we first get there, we see people there, we just go over there and say, what's up? Security just tapped you on the shoulder and was like, damn, that's fucked up, dude. Like, everybody paid hella money to.
Because I think at that club, you have to have a wristband to even go upstairs.
Yeah,
right?
you have to have a wristband to even. Well, I mean, depending on what kind of night it is, but yeah, you usually have to have a wristband to go upstairs. And so I didn't really like fuck with the segregation of it,
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, this is not as enjoyable as I hoped it would be. So I had another friend that was at Origin.
Okay.
And my little brother was at Origin, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go see Troy or this DJ called Gold Brush." And Nitty Gritty was there too, but he didn't tell me that Nitty Gritty was there. He just said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna see Troy or Gold Brush." And then I was like, "Dude, why didn't you tell me that Nitty Gritty was gonna be there? I would have just went with y'all from the start." And then it was like 12 o'clock already, or like 11:45. I was like, "Are they selling tickets at the door?" And he was like, "I don't think so, but my friend is one of the guys in the front, so like he can probably get you in." And so I was texting the dude, and then when I got to the front, I turned around and then I heard this girl yell, Khanh, and I was like, I turned around and I was like, who the hell? And then she actually fucking said Twitter, right? And I was like, oh my fucking God.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But like it was cool though. It was cool that it was her though, because she was the one that was like letting people in, checking the IDs and stuff.
Yeah,
one of the people that worked there.
Damn.
And then the guy that I was messaging was like right across from her. And he was like, dude, don't be saying that shit. Dude. He's probably tired of that shit. And I was like, thank you, bro.
Well, you should have told that to the security guard who wasn't letting you. Hey, no, you don't gotta. You don't,
do you know who I am?
I was not trying to do none of that shit. Like, I still don't think I'm shit, dude. Like it was just a tweet. And so like there was a line at Origin, and they were just like, yeah, just come to the front. And so I basically got to cut I feel bad kind of a little bit because I got to cut everybody and got in for free.
So you didn't start at the origin of the line. You started
I did not start at the origin. Yeah, I started at the finale of the line. Yeah. Just walk straight in. Dude.
Walk in, bro.
I was in line for like 2 seconds. It was great. And then there were a couple other people inside when I went upstairs that were like, because they knew my friend that told me to come, and so they were like, "Oh wait, is that him?" And I'm just like, "Please stop." Damn. and then at the end of the night, so like I was with some people who knew it was about the tweet and everything that was blowing up and stuff, and they didn't know it was like me though. So everyone was just being cool. And then at the end of the night, when it was time to leave, somebody said something about it, and then they were like, "Oh shit, wait, that was you?" And I was like, "Yeah." Bye. I'm going home now. Bye, guys.
Well played.
It's been pretty funny though.
In your opinion, what do you think is the reason why that whole thing kind of like blew out of the proportion that you expected?
Is it because like it resonated with so many people, or?
I think partially. So a lot of the original like retweets and stuff were quoting, "I'm ABG as fuck." Or I look ABG as fuck, or something like whatever she said, right? And so I think that's what like got it started, because everybody is like, who the fuck says that kind of thing, And then more people started like actually reading it, and then they see the whole passionate, seductive, slow on beat thing, and so that's what like kind of blew it up. And then the memes. So like after the first couple of days, it kind of died down a little bit, and then somebody posted it on Subtle Asian Ravers or Subtle Asian Traits or whatever, one of those or both of those Facebook groups, and so it started like a whole nother wave of like people coming to the tweet and like retweeting and commenting and stuff like that. And so so it basically had two waves of blowing up. And I think it was mostly because of the like absurd ass things that she said, like, yeah, it's cool. Like it's cool to have confidence in yourself and all that, but like she just straight up conceded.
But didn't she attack you too? Like, not that you really care.
Yeah.
From what we have right now, I feel like you're pretty secure in yourself, but like, she like attacked you in the conversation.
Yeah,
right?
So for some reason, she went on Facebook and posted her side of the story saying that, oh, he was feeling me, blah, blah, blah. All the, like basically everything she said in her post was a lie, right? And she, like, I don't know what made her so delusional, but she was talking about how, oh, he was feeling me. We were talking for 2 whole days. And I was like, it wasn't even 24 full hours. Some other shit like, oh, he deleted text to make me seem like I said things I didn't say. And I was like, how the fuck does me deleting anything change what you sent me, right? Like, the only thing that I remember deleting was saying that my ex is a coffee shop girl, right? So I deleted that before I posted it on Twitter because Twitter didn't need to know that, right? And so she's like, oh, he deleted text to make me seem like I said things I didn't say. And I was like, no, the fucking blue bubble on your phone in the screenshots that you sent me still make you say what you said. So, yeah.
Because it was something about like, I'm an ABG girl and you wouldn't match with me or something.
Oh yeah, she straight up attacked me. She was like, I would look stupid next to you or something like that. And that's why now I was just like,
that's what I read.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
Too. That's
she
what
said
I read.
That shit. She was like, you look nothing like an ABB. And I was like,
what is an ABB?
Yeah, what is that?
Like, ABBA. I think there is an ABB though, right? Like a super slick back hair, like sleeve tattoos.
Yeah, so ABB is basically, the male counterpart. The ABG is like, faded, comb over, probably maybe nose piercing, industrial piercing, like a dangling cross earring type of thing. half sleeve or full sleeve.
Maddie
like
next door, is this you? Oh yeah, our friend Matt.
Like I know Matt too.
You don't know? Wait, what?
Yeah, I know Matt.
You know Matt?
Yeah, he's a PFI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God, let's go.
Yeah. Dude, I used to party with Matt in Santa Cruz all the time.
Oh my God, hey. Let's go, man. Sorry, I'm a lambda though. No, I'm just playing. Let's not start that.
Dude.
But, dude. That's like one of our close homies, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's the homie. He's the G.
This guy, man.
And don't let them attack your
Shout out all the pineapples, man. If you guys are watching this, oh my gosh.
But yeah, so she was telling, she straight up said, like, you look nothing like an AVB. I look dumb next to you. And I was just like, okay, cool. And like, okay, well, that's cool too. Like, that's fine, because I would probably look dumb next to you too.
Yeah, I mean, there was one cool thing that going back to when you said, when she was talking about like, that you deleted tweets and stuff like that. I don't know how that was kind of like any type of defense mechanism, because if you say something like, oh, well, he deleted tweets to make me say certain things. And my first reaction was, wait, there was more? you know what I mean?
No, so I did my best to like, hide that on the first night at least. I did, everything I could to like, crop her name out, scribble out the face and all that stuff. But when I posted one of the follow-ups, I was kind of drunk. And so, so I guess drunk me thought I did a good job of, covering the identity or whatever. But I guess I left the name on there, but it was just her first name and then the letter T. And her last name doesn't start with a T. I just put T there for Tinder, right? So everyone was like, oh, it's blah, 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 T. And I was like, no, there's so many girls in San Jose with that name, and T is not what her last name starts with. But I deleted that, even though it had like what I think was the most clever line that I put. I kind of sad I had to delete it. And I was like, damn. Because in the text, that was the text where I was like, you tripping harder than a 65-year-old in a Life Alert commercial. And so I thought that was funny as shit, but I was sad I had to delete that.
Oh yeah, I think you also there was I think it was in the third post that you did like a Billy Mays reference.
Oh yeah, a lot of people was like, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, and AJ, I think we do have to respect the fact that Khanh here really was trying to protect this identity, and
sure.
Yeah, right? Wouldn't you say agree?
Yeah.
But I feel like when the whole exposure of like the name and who it was because Miss Gina Darling saw it. Miss Gina Darling.
Did she?
Miss Gina Darling saw it.
Dang.
And was like, I found out who it is, and then she started attacking her, and I was like, oh shit, what did I do? Like,
yeah, that's when it goes from like fun to kind of serious, because your intent in it was just to have fun. You tried your hardest to like make it as anonymous as possible, but people speculate, and that eventually she's gonna be found in a day like today, like modern age technology and all that.
Everyone's an FBI agent nowadays.
Yeah,
for sure. Dang.
And it sucks because I mean, like even till this day, I still have not said her name to anybody. Or like, even in the most recent post, I still, even though everybody already knew who it was, I still like scribbled her name out and shit. Like to this day, I still have not like said who she was on any social platform or anything like that.
Yeah, and I think it was really clear from the beginning that never was your intention.
Oh no,
for
sure.
Yeah.
Hell no,
for sure.
Cyberbullying is some shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that.
Yeah,
man.
That's some real shit.
So if you ran into her at like a boba spot or out,
like at Boba Holics.
yeah. Hey, shout out Boba Holics, man.
Please sponsor us. Yeah,
we gotta make sure it's in the frame. One of the few boba shops that has like a lottery ticket. They have those scratcher machines in their boba shop, which is dope. And you can bet there. Anyways, if you saw her out, would you try to like kind of make amends, or do you think she would come up to you and say like, I'm sorry, or things like that, or you just kind of let it be?
So based on what everybody else has told me, so I can only form my opinion on her based on
your interaction,
based
right?
on my 24-hour interaction with her and what people have told me. But a lot of different people have told me the same thing, so I feel like kind of confident in the opinion that I have of her. And if I were to like see her, like I wouldn't want somebody like that.
Yeah, that's true.
In my life, like she's
Yeah.
Like I don't mean to like sound mean or some shit when I say this, but like she's actually like pretty toxic. Like the dude, like I said, the dude that actually DM'd me and told me about all the stuff that she did to him in the last post. There was more stuff that he told me that he didn't want me to put on. So I was like, but he wanted it to be known, So that's why it all came in one message, is because he had to rethink what he wanted the message to be. So yeah, there was a lot of other shit in there, plus stuff from other people who were telling me things about, oh, she also asked me to buy her an LV bag, or asked me, take her to get dim sum and nails, and I haven't even met her yet either, and shit like that, So I was just like, yeah, this is my opinion of her is pretty confident.
Set in stone.
Yeah.
Based on the evidence and everything.
Based on the evidence presented to me, yeah.
Gotcha.
It seems like you dodged a bullet then, man.
Oh, for sure, dude.
And if I were in your shoes, I would appreciate the fact that you sharing that experience was let that other dude kind of come out and share his experience with you, and kind of like helping you out, like, oh, good thing you didn't go down that route, because this is what happened to me.
It's good and bad because it's almost like a community now that we have social media, like a community of men. Sadly, for one person, for that individual, it's like not good. But for men like you and the other guy who shared his experience, it's a great, I wouldn't say bonding, but like kind of
mutual experience.
Yeah, like transparency on who she is as an individual.
Yeah. So the thing that I said to like my friends from home, I was like, it's like I started a whole new, not as dramatic, like Me Too movement,
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say that I actually did it, because the people that I actually had gone through the whole hashtag Me Too movement, like they actually went through some shit. So I'm not gonna sully their struggles and stuff with my stupid ass comments.
And don't get us wrong, like we're not trying to bash that woman or that girl that you're talking to on Tinder. It's just more so like being very transparent on what she said and this story as a whole, because people grow, maybe in the future, what if you meet her on the street and she's changed and you guys actually get married?
I honestly
it's just plot to a movie, but no,
okay,
but seriously,
I don't know about all that.
Not all that, but
stuff.
you know what I mean.
If she does like grow from this, like cool, and then
she divorces you and gets the house and everything.
It's just back to the old ways.
Dude, no, it's serious. Seriously though, like people do change, and hopefully we all learn from this, good or bad. But it's a great story, man.
No, I definitely it was kind of funny because like an hour. So like I said, she kept hyping herself up, right? And I straight up said to her, I was like, "Yo, you need to like fucking chill."
Yeah.
And then she said some shit like "make me chill" or something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna humble you.
Oh,
but I didn't. This wasn't what I expected at all.
Yeah.
And maybe this didn't even do anything. Maybe this didn't even humble her. So who knows? I hope it did.
I feel like if she's like a baddie ABG girl, like guys are still gonna be like, "Oh, you were that girl, right?" Like,
Yeah.
how guys are.
Yeah.
I said that as if I was like a girl, like an ABG girl.
but I think. At the end of the day, man, like she kind of set the bar now. So if I were to ever dance with any, I don't want anything less than passionate or seductive
or a cousin. It has to be a cousin or a relative.
Okay. First Wait, her cousin or relative or your cousin?
Oh yeah.
You gotta be a little more clear, dude.
I'm not trying to dance with my cousin, bro.
Yeah. We're in San Jose, not San Oklahoma, bro.
Hey, come on, man.
Oh man,
damn, like that.
Shout out Russell Westbrook, man.
He ain't even there no more.
Not even there anymore.
He's in Houston now.
Shout out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's on there too, right?
I actually don't.
Chris Paul is actually on there.
Yeah, Chris Paul is the only
shout
one.
out Chris Paul, man.
Chris Paul and Steve Adams are the only people I remember that are on.
That's crazy though. I feel like we learned a lot, not only about your story, but we probably know that some of the same people, man.
Yeah, no, we for sure. San Jose, dude. San Jose is small as hell. That's how I had so many people, like not even strangers, like actual people that I know and kick it with, like tell me, hey, I know her too. Like on that same night, like the first night that I posted it while I was at the club, I had like 4 different people send me her picture, and I was like, yo, was this her? And I was like, shit.
Damn.
Shit.
So we're kind of coming close to the end of our time here, but I really want to know what's next for Khanh, man. I mean, are you gonna
next?
Are you gonna go? There's always Bumble. Are you gonna still do the whole online dating thing?
I'm just gonna take a break from dating for like forever.
And focus on your business. Great Khans.
Yeah,
that's what's that? A Mongolian beef?
Yeah, Mongolian barbecue. Dude.
I'm just playing. No,
Maybe they'll sponsor y'all too. Shit.
Shout out
to
Greg.
Great Con Mongolian Barbecue. You know, you find them in the food court malls. Food.
This the true Greg Con, bro. He's gonna humble you. You're gonna learn today.
There's this place like near Santana Row or something. And it's just like straight up called like Khan's Restaurant or something like that. And every time I go to, what's the mall that's right there?
Where?
Every time I go to Valley Fair, or we're driving around Santana Row with people, they're like, "Oh, look, it's Khan's Restaurant."
Every time there's a Silver Creek area in San Jose, there's something called AJ's Kitchen. And I have another friend named AJ. He's like, it says grand opening for like the past 8 months. That sign's been there.
Oh, wait, is it the one that's like near the Wendy's?
Yeah, next to Lowe's. It's like, hey, shout out AJ's Kitchen. We got the sushi. We got the grill. Grand opening for the past year.
Have you been there?
We own it. Nah, if you want to slide through, we got the sushi. We got one grill, just one sushi roll and a grill, bro. It's very literal, no plural. Hella Asian.
Sushi and grill. Not sushi and grills. Like
No, but
one sushi.
When
one
do you
grill.
think you're gonna be comfortable enough to like go back on the dating scene, and how are you gonna approach it, like real life or just mutual friends or?
Well, so at this point, it's like I'm not gonna like try to actively try to stay away from it, you know.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, exactly. I've always been the type of guy who was like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, if I talk to somebody and then somewhere down the line it doesn't work out, oh well, shit happens. Things don't work out, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna actively try to stay away and just like fucking hide in my room and watch anime all day or nothing like that. Stay away from people. But I don't know if I'm going to like actively try to find anyone because these past couple of experiences have been
It's tumultuous, to say the least.
it's just been a shit show, dude. Like I ain't got no better word to say, but
Straight up.
Because did you guys see the other thing I posted about the Tinder match before that too?
No.
Oh shit, for real? Okay, so
Damn, we got
yeah,
extra
that's what I'm
inside
saying,
scoop.
dude. So I matched with this girl, and so basically I matched with her, and then she asked me for nudes, right? And I was like, no one's ever asked me for nudes before.
Whoa.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm kind of down.
Wait, so you sent
So I sent it to her, right? But she sent some back too.
got so many
So it was
questions.
like, so it was kind of like a two-way thing a little bit. But then I realized like I don't even know if this person is this person. You know, like these dudes could have been some random person or something like that, right? And so I asked her, I was like, yo, can you send me a selfie with the peace sign, like right now? And then she got hella defensive, or they got hella defensive and were like, oh, what, you don't trust me, something, blah, 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 and all that shit. I was like, no, bitch, I don't, because you've done nothing to earn my trust. Like, yo, your boy got trust issues. Like, I've been lied to a lot and cheated on before and shit, so your boy got trust issues. So I'm gonna need you to send me that selfie real quick and let me know that you are who the fuck you are. And so they got hella defensive.
Wait, it's a collective of women? What if it's the same girl that like wanted to get back to you because you didn't send her you stopped sending her dick pics or stuff?
No, so they sent me the same person though. Like every time they sent it, you know, like they had the same.
So is it
arm-
different? Yeah.
Yeah, so they had the same arm tattoo and stuff like that. And so yeah, so every time I asked for something specific, like I asked like, oh, can I see that tattoo? You know, because I'm interested in tattoos too.
Yeah.
So I was like, can I see, get a closer look at that tattoo on your arm? And I assumed that this person didn't have a picture of the person in the picture's arm tattoo. So they were like, yeah, maybe someday, you know. It's like, so like honestly, dude, like I'm kind of like there were a bunch of red flags, but at the same time, I was kind of like, you know what, dude, she already has pictures. I don't give a fuck, like whatever. If she does shit, she does shit with it. And so when I asked for the selfie again with the peace sign or like anything to like confirm their fucking identity,
So hella photoshopped.
no, she got hella defensive, right? And so I was like, yeah, so you don't trust me? And I was like, no, I don't. And so she's like, all right, well, if you think I'm being shady, then I might as well be shady. You know, send me $1,000 or I'm gonna show it to your friends. And I was like, bitch, can I even have $1,000 to give you first? Like,
you're like, hey man, my friends were the ones that helped me take this picture. I can imagine. There's like a behind the scenes photo. Like the homies got a whole ass studio with the lights up in it. Dude, that was a question in my mind the whole time. Like, how do you even stage this photo? It's like,
No, you gotta fix your posture, Khanh.
it's like a elementary school picture. They have someone. Can you do a little to the left? Someone
look
like.
don't look at the lens, look at my finger.
You're like feathering your junk, like trying to fluff it a
Makeup on
little.
it, you know?
like the life touch photos, right?
Live touch, bro. Come on.
I asked my friends. I was like, "Yo, how do I take good nudes, right? Just like as a joke." And they're like, "Dude, I saw this post where somebody was like, oh, you have an iPhone 11, right? Use the ultra wide angle." So if any of y'all out there trying to figure out how to take,
Did you buy the new phone just for that?
nah.
You're like trying to like.
No, dude.
This doesn't
I
look
bought
right,
I
bro.
bought the new phone because all my friends, because I had an Android before, so all my friends would not shut the fuck up about me having green bubbles.
Oh yeah, that's a big
So,
thing.
Yeah, for some fucking reason, that's a big thing. I was like, I have an Android. It's not green on my screen. It's not your problem, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I can change it to whatever color I want. Can iPhones do that? And then, yeah, people have like literally waited like literally 10 years for me to make the switch from Android to iPhone.
Wait, so did you take the nudes on the Android or the iPhone?
I took it on the iPhone without the
With the-
ultra wide lens. Because I took full body shots. Like, so my friends were like, all right, cover your face, you know? But I was like, it doesn't even fucking matter because I have a big ass watercolor fox tattoo right here anyway. So
Yeah.
if people are gonna see it, they're gonna know it's me anyway. And so yeah, so when she told me to send her the $1,000, I was just like, no. And she was like, all right, well, if you just send me the money, I'll get out of your life. And I was like, or I can just block you right now and have you out of my life anyway. And then she was like, yeah, well, if you do, then your friends will have something interesting to see. And I was like, oh, which friends might that be? Because I can probably tell you if they've already seen my dick. Like, I said that to her. And then they're like, oh, find out, you know, you'll find out. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I probably won't because even if somebody did send it to one of my friends or whatever, they wouldn't be like, actually, yeah, they would. They would be like, Con, why did this person send me a picture of you naked? But yeah, so I was like, I don't know what you thought was going to happen, like, but I have no shame. So
They messed with the wrong person.
I have no shame, and I got bills to pay and dogs to feed, so,
Nudes to send.
you know. Yeah, no more nudes.
Awesome, man. Thanks for all the tips for the
Ultra
prospective nude taker.
Ultra
or nude-
wide lens,
Yeah.
good lighting, don't be soft.
Oh, that's
Drink it, stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
I've never taken a nude, but
Stay
that's
hydrated.
I'm gonna have to stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated with Bobaholics.
Oh, hey, shout out Bobaholics, man. Don't even drink water, just drink Bobaholics when you take your nudes.
Oh man, so Khan, close us out here. What is the moral of your whole Tinder experience? What did you learn at the end of the day? Both of them, the one that you just shared right now, and the one that blew up on Twitter and on a lot of Facebook groups.
Do your research, because when I posted about the one that tried to blackmail me, other people that I know also texted me and was like, hey, she asked me for news too. So apparently I just matched with everyone. I match with people that everybody matches with, apparently, for some fucking reason. So everybody just knows the people that I match with. And so they told me, they were like, yeah, she asked me for nudes too, blah, blah, and other stuff. And then somebody told me, like, yeah, oh, they tried to look up her Instagram or whatever, and it looked like a new account, and it only had like one post or whatever. See, I'm an idiot. I didn't do any of that research. I was like, you know what? Hey, she asked me for it. This is a new experience. Fuck it. Why not? And yeah, I apologize in advance if anyone sees my dick on the internet.
Is that the moral of the story?
Oh, no. Moral of the story is do research.
Just sorry if you see my
sorry.
dick.
Yeah. Moral of the story is I apologize for not doing my research. And yeah, honestly, dude, just be careful because people be trifling out here.
Scoundrels.
Especially on the internet. Yeah, I've been on the internet since I was like 4 years old or something like that. You know, I've seen a lot of shit on the internet and you know, shit that happens all around the world, and people be trifling. So just make sure y'all be careful.
Dope, man. MJ, you got any words or what you've taken from this experience, Khan's experience?
I would just say, yeah, you know, just doing your research, man, and just have, and for me personally, I think everything that Khan said is just be paranoid as fuck. Like whenever you're searching the internet and doubt everything. Nothing is real.
Treat everything like it's an episode of Catfish.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every interaction, you meet a nude person. I'm gonna do all my research on this guy right now when I get to my laptop.
Yep. With exclusions to like offer up in like Facebook Marketplace.
How do we know this is actually you? Are you gonna take a picture of your nude right now just to verify? No,
Really?
nah,
If you
that's
don't,
too
no, I'm
extra.
kidding. Nah, fuck that.
I don't know how we got to that.
Tinder. It all goes back to my Tinder experiences. We've come full circle.
Shit.
Cool, man.
No,
Well,
but like even the whole like not even just the dating thing. Like everybody's no matter what you see on the internet, like do your research because there's a lot of fucking fear mongering and like stuff that like people maybe not intentionally lie about, but people will make these posts that go viral all the time without actually knowing any of the facts. You know, and so like for example, like a couple of months ago. There was this woman that opened up, a hair product, this African American woman that opened up this hair product store. And then she was like proud of it and shit, and then she was like, oh yeah, y'all can stop buying stuff from the Asians, right? But like, everyone fucking blew the fuck up and like, oh, she's a racist hoe, all this other shit. But I was like, if people knew the history behind, black people and like, the hair product and how it's like completely dominated by like Asians who don't even use that type of stuff, like, you would understand her frustration behind it and stuff like that. So I don't think she was trying to be racist. She was just like, yo, come support me.
That's true. Yeah.
And like, yeah, people be too goddamn sensitive on Twitter, dude.
Everyone has a voice, and what I take from your story on a more serious note is that with social media, mental health is at its all-time high as far as awareness, but all-time low when it comes to actually like practice.
Yeah.
So people's mental health is super low, but the awareness is super high.
Yeah.
So people are sensitive. Sometimes everyone has a voice, and people just want to be heard. And we all have our own insecurities, but got to grow as people.
Yeah. That's the goal every day. Learn something new. Grow.
Yep. Easy.
damn. Well, you know what? I'll say cheers to that.
Cheers, boys.
Dude,
Shout out Bobaholics.
Not sponsored by, but hopefully maybe in the future, Bobaholics. Get your Hokkaido milk tea.
Oh, we should plug you. Like, is there anything you want to plug, right?
Not really, to be honest. Don't follow me
Too
on
much.
Twitter. Don't
Too
follow
much.
me on Twitter. People, like, honestly, I don't give a shit about that. Don't follow me on Twitter. Whoever did follow me, I've already peaked. You're going to be disappointed.
They're like expecting you to keep using Tinder.
Dude, no, that's what my fucking friends were like, dude, you got to go back on Tinder and, just make that the whole theme of your Twitter. And I was like, I'm not going through that shit again. What the fuck? Hell no. Fuck
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
Hell no. But yeah, just be good people. And, that's all I can really say. Like, just be a good person, be good to people, be good to other people, be good to yourself.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. That was Straight Gassin episode 2. Thank you to Khanh and MJ. Any final words?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so much, Khanh, for coming on to our platform and sharing your story. We really appreciate it, and we hope that this knowledge helps, or this experience helps other people extend their perspective on like online dating, such as Tinder.
Oh yeah, one last thing. Don't let people like bring you down. Like, I know there's probably a lot of people on the Facebook groups that like think I'm an idiot and shit like that too. Honestly, I don't even really care. Everyone has an opinion. If you get to know me, you get to know me. You can form your opinion off of that too. If you want to form your opinion based off of this interaction I've had with this one girl from Tinder, that's fine with me too. Do what you want to do, but don't in general, don't let people get you down, because life's too short for you to have time to sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Just keep it moving.
Yeah, and as many ABGs as there are in this world, there's over 4 billion people in the world, and how many of those are women that are looking for ABBs?
Yeah, no, exactly. You make a really good point here, and I think that's something that everybody needs to understand is like, why should anybody have the right to hate on you and say things like, oh man, this Khanh guy is so whack? Why do they have any kind of right? Because everybody goes through some weird shit in their life, right?
Yeah.
But Khanh had the courage to put his personal experience out there to the public in hopes for other people to kind of learn from, like, don't make sure this doesn't happen to you, okay?
Be careful.
Yeah. And it's easy for them to consume it because you're the one that went through that experience, and you are the one that's really taking the grunt of all of this, really. Yeah. And I guess the woman is too, but it's really on you because you're the one that
for sure is
started
definitely getting worse than I am, and I do feel bad about that. But
yeah,
you can think I'm trash. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, in the future, like in a decade, what if you're married and you look back at this and you'll find it as a funny story? You'll have a kid, like kids, a house, and it'll just be like a funny story.
It's already a funny story. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
If I'm being real.
Nah, but seriously, thanks again, man. Really appreciate you coming on and telling your story. MJ and I are forever grateful for this. We will always remember this, man.
Thank you, guys.
And you will always for sure
Nah,
remember this.
dude, my friends still won't like. I give it a week before the whole social media thing like kind of dies down and nobody really says anymore. But my friends are not gonna shut the fuck up. And honestly, they wouldn't be my friends if they weren't gonna shut the fuck up about it. So.
Yeah, that's for sure. Especially because you got all your frat buddies too.
Yeah.
And for all of you straight Gassin podcast listeners, if you want to see more, and if you're watching on the YouTube stream, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and we would appreciate it so much if you could like and comment down below, and maybe even comment who you might want to see on our future episodes. And if you're listening on our Spotify or Apple podcast stream, I think it'd be pretty cool if you could leave a 5-star rating. I think me, AJ, and Khanh would appreciate that too. See you guys next time.
Thank you.
And we out.
Sick.
Dude, that was dope. I can't believe you know Matt. What's going on, y'all? This is AJ, the co-host of the Straight Gassin podcast. Thank you guys for listening to the homies and I ramble for about an hour or so. If you guys could actually take a few seconds to leave us a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify, we would really appreciate it. If you guys are actually watching on YouTube too, please hit that like or subscribe if you found that you like this, and please leave a comment on the topic you want us to dive into next. Let's get it. Yeah.